Hello! Welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Carolien and this is episode 128. You can find me online everywhere as Carolien. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry, Ko-Fi, whatever. And I have a web shop at colourfulcreativity.nl. I am not alone, as you can see. The cats are back. Especially this mister, who is very annoying today. I am in my work outfit and I tried to work, but he kept climbing into my dungaree flap thingy. He's trying again, but I'm not letting him now. So working is a bit difficult. I was trying to wait until the cats were sleeping. Well, this mister is not going to sleep when I grab a camera. His sister is sound asleep there in their new cat bed. Whatever. So, I am back from another week of vacation. Well, this time it was actually a real week and not just 5 days with 2 days of traveling. We went to Zeeland. And we did that because we were celebrating our 12.5-year wedding anniversary. And since then I've learned that that is a typically Dutch thing. So yeah, we did that. And we went away for a week and we went at a weekend that it was amazing weather. Still summer-like. We had the best time. And I will tell you all about that at the end. I have made another vacation vlog, or well, I will make that. I have a lot of footage, lots of photos and videos of the sea again. So if you're into that, please stick around until the end. Or if you're not interested in all the knitting, fast forward and go to the vacation vlog of Zeeland in the Netherlands. So, since Zeeland is a long drive, I had time to knit. And I have managed to finish my socks. These are my shark socks and they are plain vanilla on the foot with stripes and the same stripes but then with a 1x1 rib every time the color changes. And an afterthought heel in a different color because I didn't want to break up the whole sequence. I managed to finish the second heel actually in the car. I didn't graft it together because I didn't want to lose my darning needle, but hey, I finished the knitting on it in the car back home. So this was basically one whole sock knit in the car. And yeah, very enjoyable. The yarn is gorgeous. It is a Pax sock by Zeeland that I've been hoarding for a while. The colorway is Shark and Awe. That's why I call them my shark socks. And taking them to places at the sea is just extra punny. I still need to weave in the ends, but haven't finished them that long ago. I know, if you have a darning needle in your hand, you can just as easily do all the yarn ends, but no, that's just not me. So one finished object. Hooray! That's one less project on the needles. I knit those on 2.5mm high sharps, my go-to, and 64 stitches. And they are not a pattern, I just made it up myself after seeing others do the 1x1 rib on the color sequence. Right, then we go to whips. I had a few whips with me on vacation and most of them did not get any work done. That pair of socks got work done. And another one, not this one. This one came with me, but I wasn't feeling like the twisted rib. This is a peacock bag from Knit and Stitch Bits, and I looked up her web shop and I don't think she is still around making project bags. In here are my Podster gloves. And apparently I have misplaced the pattern. It's probably still in the suitcase. So I don't know the name of the designer, but I will have popped it down below in the screen. So here I am, twisted rib. I had just done this little bit when we went on vacation, so I would have it on the needles, and then I just ignored it. So Sunday evening, when I was on a Zoom call for the Knit Tea Society, their Patreon community, where we have a monthly Zoom get together, I have managed probably a good 15 rows of twisted rib. And if you're wondering what a Podster glove looks like, well, I can show you the first one because I had already finished that one. It's basically a fingerless, well, tiny nubbins of fingers and a nice flap for the glove making. So if it's too hot for gloves, you can do this, and if it's too cold for your fingers or you want to do something in between, you can then just pop over the hood again and have warm fingers. I really like that. I usually get pretty warm hands, so at the beginning I'm cold, and then I start biking and my hands get warmer and warmer and warmer, and halfway through the bike ride I take off my gloves. But it's nice that you can just pop off this part and still have warm hands somehow, but a bit of air cooling, something. Sounded logical to me. I am knitting these on 2.5mm no, not high-highs, CoGo's interchangeable needles. Second favorite. High Sharp is my first love, but these are a good second. And the yarn I'm using is Undercover Otter Squirm Sock or Squirm Base. It is the Clan of Igors of July 2019. Yetch. There we go. And here is the rest of it. I have been meaning to make them for, well, over a year, so I'm finally doing it. So that is whip number 1 that's been worked on. I got this project bag with Tardy. I think it wasn't Tardises, but Tardy. And in here I have a sock, and this is my other travel sock. I had cast on a very simple plain vanilla sock because I was craving some plain vanilla. And well, here we have it. I think I was about here the last time I showed it. I now have actually a heel and a heel flap and a heel turn, and I am working on the gusset decreases. The gradient yarn is Debbie Bliss Rialto Luxury Sock in the color 03. And yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be a very long-lasting sock. I guess it really helps that I took a scrap of something, dark gray, probably something my mom knit. She always gives me her scraps, and yeah. I thought that gray would match very well with the yarn I had at that point, the colors. It is a 2-ply, basically it's a marled 1-ply yarn, single ply, and I'm not sure if you can really see that. Probably not. Pinks, you're not making this easier. Maybe better in the skein or in the ball. I mean, here you can obviously see it, that it's a marl, but here 1-ply was dark gray, so it's like if I take a dark gray I can basically get away with everything. And for the second sock, I have no clue because, well, this is also coming. Very nice pink and red. So I may have to find a second scrap in a totally different color so it matches the second sock. But who knows what this is gonna be. It's a very slow gradient. Let me see inside. Yeah, I see pinks with reds, and after that it goes back to the purple. So maybe it will be on the way back again. I'm knitting these on higher sharps, 2.5 millimeter, 64 stitches, just simple, plain vanilla, no thinking, straight ahead. The only thing I should have thought about, this yarn splits easily. It's not a high twist or something. Again, it's probably not going to be very durable socks. Hey ho. Yeah, it doesn't really knit well if you're not paying attention. So not the best car knitting project, and that's why I didn't knit as much on the way back, because I finished the other sock and I still had an hour and a half to go, and this was then next to me and nothing else. So yeah, oh well, it's fine. I'm gonna pop it on the table because Bing's already chewed on these ribbons. Yes, he was an annoying brat. And then in this cute stripy bag, I have one finished sock. Rapapa. It is a pixel rise sock by Kemper Wray, and I did the foot. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I picked the wrong yarns for showing the pattern very well, and then I decided to go into my scraps again. And I think the leg looks amazing, so that worked out way better than the foot. And all in all, I'm very pleased with the sock. The main color is a Scheepjes Invicta Glamour. It has some sparkle that really doesn't show up well on camera. Knit it up, it doesn't show up that much, but you can see it when the light hits it in the right way. It'll be on my feet, I won't see it. Why do I even pick that? Well, because it's sock yarn and it's scratchy, and I don't want to use it for anything else at the moment. I do have enough for a sweater or something, but I'm not there yet. So yeah, very nice. Sock 1 is finished. Sock 2 is on the needles. And again, knitting these on higher sharps, 2.5 millimeter, which is pretty awkward for me for color work. Usually I go up a needle size or 2 or 3, but in this case it's working out fine. I'm doing the 72 stitch version and it actually fits me. So, and I switched the colors around, as you can see. I'm using the same colors, just in a different order, and it works way better. You can actually see the pattern now. And inside here I have my scraps for the next few rounds. I just keep them in the little pouch of the sock, which makes toe-up sock knitting very easy because you can just pop in the yarn inside. I don't have all of them in there, of course, it's just the foot. And when I knit, I take them out, I put them in order, and then this is the last color for the foot, and then the heel goes in, and then this one is also the first color for the leg, just like this one. So they will be the same at this point, and then I will mix and match the colors that I've used there and see how they turn out. Very much enjoying it. I'm doing this for the Monster Sock Call 2021 that's been hosted on Instagram. Let me take a sip of water. Yes, Binks, you're still here. I know. It's hosted by 3 people: Circle Toes, Exterminate, and SM Karn. I think that's how I pronounce it. I don't know. I will put the links down in the description box here on YouTube. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And I'm also following the hashtags. So I'm really enjoying seeing all those monster stock or scrappy stocks, how you want to call it. It's just so much fun to see them. It's always bright and colorful and happy. And yeah, I somehow just want to only knit scrappy socks at the moment. But I shouldn't. Looking beside me, I will show you. In Zeeland, we went to my wholesale supplier. They have moved their warehouse, or actually they built a second warehouse in the Netherlands now, because they are in the UK and Brexit shit, VAT, whatever stuff, difficult. It was easier to get a new warehouse in Europe, so they did. And yeah, there's a photo of that in the vacation vlog, where I stand in front of my smooth sock base. It's not mine, no. It's just their stock of that base. It was a huge mountain. It was bigger than me, as you can see. But then we also thought, I thought, I want to go yarn shopping. Not at the wholesale unit, because I didn't need anything, because I'm full on advent calendar dyeing and stuff, so no need to buy some new yarns. Not yet. I will. So yeah, we went yarn shopping. If you're wondering where we're going to the acquisitions. I've showed you all my whips that were active. That one row I did on my bubble cardigan, you can forgive me for not showing. It's really not interesting. We went to a yarn store in Arnhemuiden, which is a small village in Zeeland. It was a horrible day that day. The weather was crazy wet in the morning, so we went by car instead of by bike, and we went to the warehouse. Then we went to Arnhemuiden to shop some yarn, and I had a lot of fun in the store. It's Atelier Jafari, or Blij dat ik brei. Most people will know it as Blij dat ik brei blog. She blogs a lot, and way back when I was a crocheter, I started to make those big shawls from those big, we call them bobble, so those big gradient cakes of unplied cotton and acrylic yarn, and I loved those. And I loved that she showed them on her blog, and that's how I got hooked, and etc, etc. But in all those years, I've never been to the store because, well, it's 3.5 hours drive. You just don't do that easily. Not for yarn. Not for yarn I can get everywhere. So yeah, I was featured on the blog with my mom, my gran, and my mother-in-law, with a photo of all of us wearing such a nice shawl. Yeah, so I finally got to visit that store. And I was very lucky because she also dyes yarn now. And I got to buy a wonderful hand-dyed skein of yarn from her. I mean, this just basically screamed at me, take me with you. It is probably the same base as my soft sock, 80% merino, 20% polyamide. Really super soft yarn. Love it. That was not the thing I actually went there for, because I went there because I saw on the website that they have the Regia Perfect Rainbow, and this was actually the last ball of it. And I think it's such a shame that you don't use the yellow. I think they should just incorporate that in the pattern, but that's just me. So I got that one. Then I saw this one, Trekking XXL in orange and pink, and it's a stripy one. And yeah, I'm a sucker for striping yarn, you know me. So I also got this one, which I had never seen before in real life. It is Twin Socks by Lang Yarns, and it is the colorway Chile. You can see it doesn't really show up that well, but there is a bright green bit on the leg. Let me find the color. It's a bit chartreuse, kinda. The light just dims it. It is not as dull as it looks. It's a lot brighter. But I will admit, on the photos I saw on the internet, it looks a lot brighter, just like another one of the colors. Yeah, I was just like, no, I'm not gonna take that. The Trekking is colorway 727, by the way, forgot to tell you. And then I saw some sparkle yarn. Couldn't help myself. This is Regia Soft Glitter, and this is colorway 65, and this is colorway 45. So a purple and a teal. I couldn't help myself. A nice cabled or something sock will probably be amazing in this, or next year's sock madness or something. It will all be fine. It will be used in the end. Let me see. Then from there we went to see museums, etc. I will talk about that later on a different day. We biked to Zierikzee, and we wanted to bike the Zeelandbrug. And in Zierikzee there was a more like a fabric store with yarn. So we went there, I had a look around, and like, you know, leaving empty-handed just feels odd. And they had Schaller und Stahl, which is a brand that's not that common in the Netherlands. So I got myself a ball of Schaller and Stahl in a Fortissima color, and the colorway is 411, and again it's a bit more dull than in real life. It's pretty good neon. Might just be my screen. I don't know how it will end up in your screen, but yeah. So another ball of sock yarn. Worst case, socks for Robert. No biggie. Those were my vacation acquisitions, at least yarn wise. And when I came home, there was the brand new Pom Pom magazine, Roots and Branches. I will admit I have just skimmed it, wasn't a fan. Nothing really jumped out to me to make, which I think is a shame. If it's the colors or yeah, I'm not a fan of big turtlenecks. The only thing I like is the front one, but yeah, not how it stands here, that it's opening at the buttons. It just doesn't look that nice. I do have plenty of hats, so that's also not one to knit. Like I said, it might just be the colors. I'm just, yeah. Here's another one of those, of the same one on the front. I'm not sure if it really sits right, or if it's just me that I think, it looks more like a bag than a nice garment. Maybe I should just look online. Like here again, the neck is too high for me. I don't like that. So Not my favorite issue of Bonbon this time. You win some, you lose some. So yeah, those were my acquisitions already. And my whips were also limited. Only one finished object and one annoying cat. So, no shop news. I'm working on the advent calendars, so nothing to see. And yeah, they've been sold out for a while, so yeah, nothing I can do. I hope soon there will be a brand new base with some very nice neon colors. Yeah. Personal talk then. If you don't want to see that, I can totally understand. I will see you again next time, and thank you very much for watching. You're just so annoying. And you're purring so loudly. Where was I? Oh yeah. Personal talk, vacation time, etc. So yeah, we went on vacation again to Zeeland. Or we went on vacation again, this time to Zeeland, not again to Vlieland or anything. It was a small island, Noord-Beveland. We were in Carolienplaat, and we went to a park that they call it a park in the Netherlands. This one was quite new. We were still building, and we had a wellness apartment with a sauna and a bathtub with whirlpool function. I have to save my water. And yeah, that was really, really nice. We had the best apartment of the whole building. We were in the top left when you see the photo, and that had a view of the Oosterschelde and on the Zeelandbrug, which was absolutely amazing. I could see the sunrise coming from under the bridge to over the bridge. Gorgeous. I made a video of that. We didn't really see sundown because it was either raining or just not the right angle, or just not the right weather, or we were just not at home, or we were in the sauna or in the bathtub. So yeah, that just didn't happen, I think. Maybe I have one good sundown photo that you can see the whole sky in colors, but not a video of it going down, only of it coming up. The Zeelandbrug, for those who don't know, is the longest bridge of the Netherlands. It is a little over 5 kilometers long, and we had to drive over it to get there. We had to drive back to go for groceries and stuff. So we drove over it a few times, and Robert was like, I want to bike over it. That sounded like fun. I thought so too. I'm not afraid of bridges, so that's a good thing. And we did that on basically the last day. And we went with the Windforce 3 to Zierikzee. We went to the museum, we went to do some shopping, and then we had to go back. And the wind had changed. We knew that it would be Windforce 4. But it wasn't. I was like, oh, is my fitness so bad that I can't get into it against it? I've got an e-bike. I mean, I should be able to do this easily. Yeah, it was Windforce 6, which is basically, you're screwed. Smack in the face. So yeah, that was very funny. If you see a photo of Robert doing this, he was enjoying himself. Me, not so much. He's got better leg training than I do. Oh well, we managed, and it was fun, and it's a nice story to tell, isn't it? For our anniversary, we went to Neeltje Jans. We went to see the storm forest barrier, I think is the right word. It is part of the Delta Werken, and it is absolutely stunning and mind-blowing to see the force of the water. We were able to go inside the barrier. Yeah, I was super scared because it was like those open stairs of metal that you can see through all the way down. Not my favorite part. The day before, I saw on the website you could actually also go swim with sharks. I thought that was a nice idea for our anniversary as well, but unfortunately the sharks had a day off on Monday and they weren't doing that on our anniversary day. So yeah, that was a shame, but you can see the cage where you go in to feed the sharks. It was a nice idea, but I don't think I'm really that sad it didn't happen. We had a really nice day in Neeltje Jans, so it was totally fine. The weather wasn't perfect, but who cares? There was a lot of inside things and it didn't really matter. We had a nice boat trip over the Oosterschelde. It was all part of the deal of Neeltje Jans. And when we got home, I had booked us a chef for dinner. So we didn't have to go to a restaurant, which is super hard for me with all my food intolerances, for the histamine intolerance. Yeah, the chef was gluten and lactose intolerant, so she understood exactly how I felt. And she made me a menu. I saw it. I was like, yes, this is fine, looks good. And she used all the ingredients that were safe according to my list. I had sent her an email with links to lists that were okay. And well, the food looked amazing. You will see it. We had a risotto with pea and broccoli. And on top of that, a sea bream, I think it's called in English, dorade in Dutch. We had never eaten dorade before, and it was really good. Then we had a main course of entrecôte, so beef, steak beef, beef steak, whatever, with glazed carrots and little bits of potato and a béarnaise sauce. And then as a dessert we had caramelized pear with yeah, it's not yogurt, but you get it when you put yogurt in a sieve and let it hang. So in Dutch it's hang op, but I have no clue what it's called in English. Which is also really nice and just nice and basic. At the end, dessert is a bit difficult because no spices, etc. that I can use, so this was really good. So yeah, our anniversary was amazing, and I got some new bling on my hand. It is a two-tone golden ring with a big zirconia stone. I picked it myself. Please don't think Robert is really romantic. No, he isn't. I picked it out myself. I told him I wanted a new ring, and we were 12.5 years married, and I was like, this is a nice time for that. So let's go to the jeweler and pick myself a nice ring. We picked it up again because it had to be sized to my size, and it was a lot smaller. And they wrapped it, and then I put it in a drawer, and I threw it in the suitcase even, because I'm like, yeah, I don't want to forget that. Robert forgot to give it to me, so after our visit to Neeltje Jans, I was like, so, yeah, would be nice. Like, no, not really, but he was like, oh, I forgot to give you your gift. Oops. When I gave him his gift. Well, his gift was actually at home because we he said, oh, I like a puzzle, because we like to do puzzles at the moment, a jigsaw puzzle, and they were too big to take with us. Like, it's crazy to take 2 big boxes extra with us that we're not going to unpack, and we're not going to do a jigsaw over there, because we also always have like 1,000 pieces, and you don't just do that in a day, especially not when you go out and do active stuff and want to go sightseeing. So yeah, I gave him a puzzle that we could save up for at the local supermarket. It was super coincidence. They had a game thing going, and you could, with every €5 you would get a little stamp, and when your card was full you would get a huge discount on some games. And one of them was a jigsaw puzzle, so I got him that one on the Monday. I was like, here's your gift. I was like, oh, I forgot yours. Yeah, I got it just before dinner. Further, yeah, we started out with summer weather, and it was great. We biked around almost the whole of North Beveland in one day. My bum was pretty sore after that. It was 42 kilometers we did. The whole one would be 56 kilometers, I think. Yeah, we really enjoyed that. I went into the water at Veersemeer instead of the North Sea side, where there was a nice beach. It was so busy. It's like the prettiest beach in the Netherlands, apparently. Yeah, not to me. Too many people. The only thing that was really cool is they had these wooden planks all over the sand, so you didn't have to walk through the sand, which is really heavy. You could just walk over those planks, which were covered in sand, but still it's easier because you wouldn't get drawn into the sand. So that was really nice. We saw the North Sea and we went again. At Veersemeer it was nice to see all the other the boats and people windsurfing and supping, and yeah, it was just way more relaxed than on the beach side. I went into the water. I had water shoes with me, mostly for Robert, because I was like, I can go in like this, but he didn't want to go in. It was all pebble beach, so it was really nice. I had those booties on, and there were jellyfish again. So I didn't get in much further than halfway my shins, or almost to my knees, I think. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be brave. They won't hurt me. It's fine. In the end, I didn't dare to go in further and swim or anything. Nope, to my knees, that's it. But it was fun. On the Saturday when we arrived, well, we arrived on Friday evening, but on the first day we went biking for some groceries, and we stopped at a garden where you could pick your own flowers and just pay a fee and go into the garden and pick your flowers. So I did that to brighten up the apartment a little bit. I mean, we were there for festive reasons. I usually never buy flowers, but not on vacation. But since we were there a whole week, I thought, when I go there on the first day, we will enjoy that for the rest of the week, and we did. You can see the flowers on the back of my bike, because that's how you're transported when you're biking. And yeah, we visited some museums. Musea is probably Dutch. So we visited a few museums. Yeah, just generally a very nice vacation. Really good getaway. The dinner didn't go perfect. I did have some issues the days after, but nothing I couldn't handle. Oh? I have to keep an eye on them. Since they got back. Usually whenever something changes, like moving house from my mom to here, or from here to my mom, the first week Binks is cranky as it can be. and he hates his sister, so he hisses and bites and hits her. So I have to keep an eye on them because Binks is now in his brand new bed, but Leia just jumped on there and apparently isn't going to join him. I'll pop a photo in of the bed and how cute they are when they are sleeping in it together. So yeah, what else did we do? We did a lot, but yeah, I think I told you almost everything. The total of my bike computer said we did 125 kilometers in total in a week, and we didn't bike for 2 days because the weather was too bad. So yeah, we did well. It was really nice, especially yeah, after a day of biking, that you were able to go into a bathtub to relax muscles and hey, oh, you want to join me? Whoop, come here. So Miss Leia is home as well. No, okay. Okay, thanks. Bye. Yeah, sorry, had to referee a bit. Like I said, Binks is not a happy camper at the moment. 99% of the time he is, but then suddenly he'll just act up and lash out to her. Crazy cat. Will take about a week, so it will be fine. They're watching each other already. They're already snuggling up together. Whatever. So yeah, we finished that whole bike round. After all, we did the part. We skipped and we actually hopped an island by bike. The bridge was open. It was really funny. So if you're not used to open bridges, it's really funny. If you're in a hurry, it's definitely not funny. So yeah, we had to wait for the bridge to close, then bike over it, go to the other side, sit down there, look at the beach there, and the closed restaurant where I would have very much liked to go to the loo. Unfortunately not. See that the bridge was open again, sit a little longer, get on the bike again when the bridge was closed, and just bike back. So yeah, it was really nice just biking over all the bike paths next to water, and yeah, we just don't have that here, so I really enjoy it when I'm on vacation. You probably know you'll enjoy it, all the things you don't have probably. Or is it just me? Well, I guess with that, I will leave you to see the whole vlog. It's suddenly getting really dark, so I have to close some windows. And I will see you again next time. Bye bye.